different format.
Yeah, it is.
A different format. Until I get a second
different.
camera.
Yeah.
There's not going to be any drawing. Because I thought it kind of killed the energy of the whole podcast.
Really?
I thought. That's what I thought.
I didn't feel like that.
I don't know. I did. I think it should be all or nothing. You know what I mean? It should be all painting or drawing or whatever. Or all chatting. Maybe like giving advice. So what I'm going to do with this podcast is I'm going to kind of use it as a way to answer questions that were posted to me, and either in email or on YouTube. But the 4 questions that I got, and they're also questions that we kind of answered in the past, but especially the first one, somebody wanted me to answer that more in depth.
Yeah.
You know, like you especially. What's our artist background? Also, is using reference cheating, which for whatever reason I keep getting that question. I don't know why. I don't know if I made a video about it. I thought I made one video about it.
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe. How do you go about making money from art? And then, would you recommend someone kind of go into an art career? You know what I mean? Like maybe go to school for it and all that. Or maybe not even school, right? Just go into it as an art thing. Before that, though, talk about your weekend.
What I did over the weekend was went to a cool-ass concert.
I don't think I did a lot. All I did was draw this weekend.
Oh, yeah?
I just did a lot of drawing. Oh, I went to my class in LA again. And I gotta tell you, man, this is like... I didn't talk to you about this yet at all.
What's that?
Like, I'm taking an animal anatomy class, and then the exercise that we're doing, I want to teach on my channel.
Yeah.
That book. And I already have it, so it's great.
Yeah.
But then the way they taught it was very similar to that. I don't know if you've read through that book, but they talk about how predatory animals tend to have like eyes going forward. You know, they're more aimed forward because they're hunting and they need to judge distances and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then prey animals tend to have their eyesight kind of going all over.
Yeah, so they can see any predatory animal.
Right.
Yeah.
So he wants us to learn the shapes. Like when you simplify down like a horse, you ever see, they show it in that book too.
Okay.
They kind of do like this. They use boxes.
Yeah.
You know, like for the head, maybe for the pelvis, and then they have like, you know, tubes for the arm, I guess. The leg or whatever. I guess the legs. And then one thing they talk about a lot is a tombstone shape. Right in the chest.
Okay.
And they show it right there too. It literally looks like a tombstone, and they use it for the chest area of the horse or anything standing on 4 legs.
Uh-huh.
And that helps so much. Like when they described it as a tombstone, because they didn't call it that in the book. But they call it that over there. They call it the tombstone shape.
Yeah.
And you have to learn those basic shapes. It looks like a bunch of blocks put together. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. And so we're both supposed to learn that, and then we go over 20 drawings, like not 20 drawings, 20 photos, and then maybe on Photoshop we try to trace all those shapes over the actual like horse. Do you have any idea what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. But doing that has made me draw horses better than anything I've ever done. Like faster than anything I've tried to learn. Because I did a bunch of those. I did like 30 of them, like trying to learn them. Yeah. And then I did it without the picture, and I'm like, oh, I can do the basic shape of a horse now, which I never was able to do that ever. You know. And I was like, this is the fastest way to learn anything I've proclaimed. You know? And I was like, holy crap, this is the best thing. I was like really excited because I've never like learned the basic structure of anything that fast before ever.
Wow.
So I was like, this is the way. I'm going to start teaching on my YouTube channel. I'm going to bring that. That'll be a video about that very soon.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I'm really excited about that. And then I think next week we're going to do more predatory animals, and then... They gave us a syllabus, but I forgot it, man. I know we're going to go on a field trip to draw bones.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, do you know...
Over in L.A. or...?
Up in L.A., yeah. The class is in L.A., so it's going to be around there. We're going to La Brea, and we're going to draw the bones.
Yeah, I went there, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to draw the bones and stuff. I wanted to buy fake skeletons, but they're super expensive.
Well, yeah.
If you ever looked into that?
Yeah.
Like just really... fake ones? I thought they were going to be cheap.
If you want, like, really bad looking skeletons, I mean...
This book right here, it's called Animals... Real and Imagined.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You have this book, right?
I don't have it, but I've seen it before.
Oh, you should get this book. I was wondering why this chick is so good. Like, I was like, God, she does more in-depth animal shit than I've ever seen, you know?
Yeah.
And I was trying to figure out why it's so crazy good. And I was like, why is it so good? And then I found out that she was a biologist. That's why I like it.
That makes all the sense.
Yeah, she's a biologist. And then I think like a zoo, like somebody that draws only animals. And then now she's a concept artist. And she drew like stuff for Star Wars and stuff too.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, she does all kinds of stuff. But I was trying to figure out why it's so good. Like she drew all this amazing bird anatomy, and like it looks straight out of a textbook.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Oh.
Anyways, that was my ramble. I'm excited, and that's all I did over the weekend.
Well, both of us turned in our art,
which we didn't go to.
Yeah. But there was 400 people.
There's 400 people and we didn't go to that? Oh, yeah, because
Yeah.
you're at the concert.
Yeah.
When are we going to go see that then? I don't even know if I'm going to...
Whenever you feel like it.
We can go tonight. No, I'm kidding.
I don't think they're even open at night. Yeah.
We're in a Miyazaki art show, by the way, because you didn't mention that.
Yeah.
You just cryptically said it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in a Miyazaki art show. It was on Saturday. We didn't get to go. There's a free food vending thing. I didn't get to go either on Sunday. A lot of it was just indoor. That's pretty much... Yeah, let's get into the questions. I'm tired of this shit.
Okay.
So, Lyndon.
Yeah.
So give me a little bit more about your artist background. Give me your artist background in general, right? Because I think two people literally asked that, so it's not like a lot. But it's a few. Is that what you're specifically? Did you draw when you were like a little kid, or?
When I first started out, I was like in elementary school. We all did little doodles and stuff, and then I would sometimes I would copy other kids' kitty drawings, or whatever, because we were kids.
You're mumbling. Talk loud.
Oh, because we were kids, so I'd copy other people's drawings. And then during junior high, I started just tracing drawings. And then after that...
Wait, who'd you trace?
Mostly Dragon Ball Z stuff.
That's cool.
That was what...
You traced it. That's cool.
Yeah. It was big back then.
Yeah.
So, after that, during high school, I started... just copying stuff and then trying to incorporate in different art, like doing during that time there was Battle Chasers was in.
Yeah.
And it's a really good comic. You should check it out.
I've seen it.
I know you've seen it, but the viewers might not have.
I know.
And then I would do charcoal drawings of the characters or something like that.
Yeah.
And for the high school art shows or whatever. And then after that, I started just going into doing my own stuff and incorporating my own style and stuff like that, and developing it over time.
Cool. I think you've improved when I've known you more than you've ever improved.
Yeah.
I feel like you have. Which, by the way, have you drawn that mech or?
No. Haven't.
What are you working on right now?
Nothing right now. Just resting right now. Oh wait, no. I have to finish that one thing. I'm almost done with it though.
What is it?
The SpongeBob.
Oh my god.
I'm almost done. I just need to do
I
just need to finish the arms. I'm done.
I was watching John Park's video. Do you know who John Park is? He did.
No.
I'll tell you right off the bat. I had his book right here. Hold on. It's the one where he did a lot of these inkings. It's a very small black book.
Oh, was that the one with the mech?
Yeah, a lot of the little mechs.
Oh, okay.
I can't find it. It's around here somewhere. But I was watching his demos, and that guy's a great teacher. And it's a concept art guy. So I know Art Center. Everybody knows him because he went to Art Center. They have. Have you ever been to those gum? What's that website called? It's called Gumroad.com. Gumroad.
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 Okay.
And that is just something it's like a host site.
Oh, okay.
It's nothing like a specific site. But some of the artists, they hold their demos on there, really long demos, 2-3 hour ones that they don't want on YouTube. And like I said, you pay $3 for some of them. It depends what they want to sell it for.
Yeah.
I got this really cool one on a mech, and then there's this one from his section, John Park, and his intro to mech design. I was like, I'm not gonna give a crap about this.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, oh wait, again, there's more. It's oh, there's so much stuff about art I don't know about, and I can't wait to internalize this and then teach it myself. You know?
Yeah.
But the way he draws, the way he sketches mechs stuff, it makes me feel like I can't even draw. You know?
Really?
He just all of his angles and his perspective on all this mech. It's he's just kind of eyeballing it. And it probably wouldn't be exact perspective, but it's good enough. And it blew my mind how straight his lines are and how he throws these curves with nothing. It was just really neat to look at. Yeah. I'm gonna buy all of his videos probably. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone knows my background because I've rambled so much about it. So let me try to think of something that you might not know. Okay, I always say I started at 18, which is true. Totally true.
Yeah.
And I usually tell people, I didn't draw nothing beforehand, but that's a lie. It was in 4th grade, we did this thing where you write a sentence of a horror story, and then you pass it to the next person, and the next person writes a sentence, and the next person writes a sentence.
Oh, they just continue the story?
Yeah, and by the very end, you have a horror story. This is 4th grade,
Yeah.
And I remember somebody in our group had to draw the picture of it. And I drew a witch with a lantern.
Uh-huh.
And I remember I don't remember what it looked like exactly in my head because it was 4th grade.
Yeah.
But I remember people thinking like it was way better than it should be.
Oh, really?
That. Yeah, I do remember that.
Huh.
My teacher was like, "Whoa, I was like way better than what?" That's crazy. I do remember that. So that was the first time Yeah, we'll see. I'm still trying to learn. Like I said, I'm still blown away at like, like I one of the things I feel weird about. Here's an insecurity. Like when I see guys like that, like John Park, or guys I went to school with, I do feel kind of bad because they're doing this. Like all they have is art, and they're doing it like nonstop. That's their life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're doing so much more than I am in terms of art. But like, you know what I mean? But like, I know they don't. We talked about this. They don't have a social life of any kind.
Yeah.
They don't.
They just devote their life to art.
Right. And I couldn't do that. Like I was losing my mind when I did that at like 23.
23?
Yeah, I was losing my mind when I was doing that. I remember.
Wait, were you like a shut-in or something?
Yeah, I was a shut-in. What are you talking about? I think it was 20. It was closer to 21, I think.
Oh, okay.
Like 20. No, okay. Started at 18. I think at 20 I had like this mental breakdown. 20, so that's totally wrong. 20.
Oh.
And then I remember going to my teacher and I cried in front of him, and I was like, dude, like, I can't do this anymore. Like, all we're doing is drawing. Like, this sucks. Like, I have no life at all. And I remember that was a big change. And he gave me some advice. And then I didn't realize till later that his advice sucked. But
bad advice.
No, it's because he was the same. Well, the way I saw it with those guys is that he... How do I say this? Like, he devoted his whole life already, and I think he was 34, but he looked 40.
Oh, really? Damn.
Yeah, he looked really bad.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna say who it is because he actually does have a name online. But he kind of gave me the advice of like just go out once every month, man. I'm like, once every month.
Once every month.
Now I look back and I think that's crazy because he devoted his whole life, and he married his oh my god, it's gonna say exactly who he is, but I'm not gonna. Okay, I'll try to make it less specific.
Think about
he
it.
basically married his high school sweetheart. That's not specific.
Okay.
He basically married his high school sweetheart, so he never really had a kind of out and about.
Yeah.
He always had his wife, he had his partner. That's great.
Yeah.
And I envy that, but that's why he didn't really need. It felt like he always had somebody there. So, and his wife was an artist, I believe.
Oh, that works out.
I believe, yeah. And then, so he kind of had a different kind of life.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But I remember thinking like, when I was older, and I saw him again when I was like 28. I remember thinking like, God, this guy's so weird.
Oh,
He's such an introverted, weird guy. Like I just didn't know that because I was so young,
Yeah.
But I'm like, God, this guy's kind of weird and insecure. He's a super insecure, weird guy. But like he's, nice guy. But overall, we live a different life, and you gotta. I think it was like something from a marketing thing, right? You have to learn who you take your advice from exactly.
Yeah.
Just because this guy's an amazing artist. He was an amazing artist. Just because he's an amazing artist doesn't mean he's great at like social life.
Yeah.
Or even time. I think his time management was good. Did you have anything like that, or no? You're never.
No.
You're shut in now, right? Not really.
No,
You have friends. You go out.
Yeah, I go out.
But I mean, do you?
What?
I mean, do you? Like, you never had, like, you've always been the way you are right now? There's never been any difference, like...
No?
Because that was, Anyways, next question.
Okay. Alrighty then.
You're going to answer this one, mostly.
Wait, what? Wait, which one?
What do you think? What is your opinion of using reference? Is it cheating? That's a question I've heard. And I've heard that, by the way, this one I get a lot.
Oh,
I've got
really?
a lot over the years, yeah. You think using reference is cheating?
No, dude, everyone uses freaking references. Like, even the animators use references. Even they use themselves as references.
It's true.
Especially when they're doing, like, facial emotions and stuff like that. Trying to exaggerate it, whatever. They have to look in a mirror.
Yeah.
They have to reference for something.
Do you think that's less cheating than... Like,
No.
maybe... Okay, how about this? Do you think if you take the photo yourself, is that not cheating?
What do you
Unless you
mean?
use a published, like, if you use something you found online as opposed to taking your own reference, because I know
if you just, like, I don't know, if you just directly just traced over it and called it your own, yeah, that's cheating. Yeah.
isn't that what rotoscoping is?
That's rotoscoping. I guess I don't know. I don't know what is rotoscoping.
Rotoscoping is that's when they have that's what heavy metal did a lot of that. It was
really?
when they take a real like video footage and then they trace over every frame of it and it gives it this really bizarre look.
Did they change the way it looked and everything?
Well, I guess it's like a monster as opposed to a guy. Yeah. They'll change it. I think a whole movie's done like that too. If you look at Scanner Darkly, they did the whole movie.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
They just take every frame of it and they scan over it, but then it gives a funky, weird like.
Yeah, cartoonish looking.
You'll know it. Like,
yeah,
you'll know what I'm talking.
Yeah, I know. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, but I still don't think that's. I don't think that's cheating.
What about when you get a photo at the booth, right, and then just throw a filter over it, and they say it's a drawing?
That's cheating. I feel. That's pretty cheating. Yeah, but it's not really referencing though. That's just taking someone else's art though.
That's true.
Yeah.
What do you think about photo bashing then?
What's photo bashing?
That's where you take a photo. You know, when you're doing like a concept art piece and you need a mountain in the background, and instead of painting the mountain from scratch, you take a photo and you put it back there and you try to make it look like it's part of the image. Yeah, you know, maybe everything else. Maybe.
Would that be put into the same section as referencing?
No, I think it's related.
Is it?
Well, cheating in art, let's say.
Okay.
Would that be cheating?
Like, yeah, that would be cheating actually. But people in video games they do it, don't they? Like when they're creating the video games and stuff.
Yeah, that's for time. Well, there's matte paintings, right? That's
yeah.
Backgrounds. I think they're painting over a painting, right? A matte painting. I don't know a lot about matte painting. I thought they paint over a real background.
Oh.
I lost my train of thought.
It's a quick way of, I guess, getting what you trying to portray.
Yeah, everything is time oriented.
Yeah.
God, I look fat. Anyways,
Are you seriously doing this?
I was like, yeah. Everything is okay, good. Everything is time oriented, right?
Suck in that gut.
Everything is time sensitive. So I would say it's not, because it's really hard to do that too.
Yeah.
Like compositing it in there, you know what I mean. It gets weird. There's definitely some bullcrap though. Like, I think I mentioned this to you. If you ever go on artstation.com, and they have a lot of really beautiful art. And this is just, by the way, I'm not calling this out. Someone else called this out. If you go to artstation.com, sometimes, and I don't know which is which. I think I can spot some. There is this. Sometimes they'll throw a giant photo on the side somewhere where it's huge. And they will throw. There's like a blur tool that blurs it like a brush. Oh. So you can take that photo and like blur it like a brush.
Yeah. And
I know some people consider that cheating, 'cause if it's a primary part of the photo.
Yeah.
Of the art piece.
Yeah.
I think for photo bashing, people tend to throw it in the background, or like they tend to throw it like on a mech. It'll be like part of a mech, and they'll also be painted around there. So
yeah.
You're making into something else, or it'll be like, I don't know, grass to make like the hair of a monster. You know, they are kind of repurposing it. Yeah. Mostly, except for the sky. The sky is always like a photo. I see that all the time. By the way, I can't.
Like in what? Like in what?
Oh man, even Final Fantasy. I thought Final Fantasy does that. I see it in concept art. Like the Star Wars thing.
Yeah.
They had Star Wars concept art lately. Lately, like a month ago. And I remember it's great freaking art, but that sky is a photo, and it bugs me. Like, I don't see that. I'm like, God, that is such a photo. Like those clouds are just straight up photo, you know? Yeah. So stuff like that, you know. But it's not a big deal. It's just the sky. Yeah. Shit. It's the gradation anyway.
Well, okay. So the answer to the question is using reference cheating. I say no.
Yeah, I say no too. Yeah. I mean, we went off on a tangent a little bit, but yeah, I'll say definitely not. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's just closer.
All right.
So the next two questions, we could probably answer both at the same time. Really, how do you go about making money from art, and would you recommend someone do that as a career? You can take that first, because I'm gonna ramble a lot.
Really?
No, not that much. I mean, I've already talked about it. It's really hard not to repeat myself on the whole channel.
Yeah.
You know? Sometimes you need to, because it's been so long. Yeah. For sure. You know, like if you ever watch. You ever seen the Hodge twins? You know what that is?
Nope.
It's like a workout channel, right? Yeah. And it's like two twins. I'll say it's just twins, and then that's their shtick kind of in a way. It's you know, they're really good shape twins, you know, and they'll repeat the same stuff over and over and over and over again. Oh my God! But it's entertaining. I'll still watch it. It's really bizarre, you know. It'll be a few months in between. Yeah. But they'll just repeat themselves over and over again. Oh yeah. Here's on a sad note. One of my favorite YouTube channels is broken up.
That sucks.
It was something called Physiques of Greatness. It was this Mexican guy and a black guy, and they got together and made a channel. A 50-50 split, you know what I mean? Yeah. It was 4 years ago. And they have, I think, almost 700,000 subscribers right now. Uh-huh. And I guess they're going to split up, and It's under the black guy's name.
Huh.
Let's call them I'll call them their actual names. It's Chris and Vince.
Okay.
Chris is the black guy.
Yeah.
There's Vince, who's the Mexican guy. He calls himself the swole nerd.
Okay.
He's like a buff nerd.
Yeah.
And I guess that swole nerd, he was supposed to do behind the scenes at the start of this channel, and then Chris would be the guy in front of the camera the whole time.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened, but it kind of boiled down to Chris taking over everything. Chris did the whole thing for like 2 years, and the swole nerd didn't do much of anything. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
And I guess now like Chris is finally being like, you know what, fuck it. And the whole thing's in his name too. He could have kicked him out at any point.
Yeah.
2 years. And then he finally kicked him out.
Oh, wow.
And they put their drama out there too. It's really interesting.
Really?
Yeah, it's like bodybuilding drama, whatever. They put all their stuff out there. Like there's a video saying like, hey, this is my side, and hey, this is my side on the same channel.
Yeah.
And it's like, God, what a mess, dude.
Are you
like,
sure maybe it's not some sort of like...
Was it?
Maybe it's some sort of like... what you call it? Not... Some sort of ploy, maybe?
I thought about that. I literally thought that was a publicity stunt.
Yeah, publicity
But
stunt.
then now it seems like it's beyond... I
It's
think
like
it's beyond
legit?
that. It seems very legit now, yeah. Because what happened was he kicked him off the channel, and then he deleted any video on that channel that the swole nerd was in.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh.
which honestly didn't boil down to too many. It was, I think, like 1/10 of them.
Okay.
Overall, a lot. He had like 1,200 videos.
Yeah.
But yeah, he deleted them completely. So
Huh.
it's very real now.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was fake too, but it's very real.
Huh.
And he changed the password and everything, and he
Wow.
can't do a thing about it because it was never under his name. Technically, he would just give him a check, half of them, and each of them were making 6 figures a year. So just on that channel,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
That's nuts.
I know, but it's like you're getting fired from a really good job.
Yeah.
Right? You're getting kicked out.
Shit.
And then the truth is, like, when he said stuff like that, it reminds me of, because you can tell the personality types, too. Like, the guy on camera, I mean, I don't know what he's really like, but he seems open, seems very direct. If someone has a problem, he'd be like, hey, what's wrong?
Yeah.
What's wrong, man? Like, let's sort this out.
Yeah.
And then his sidekick, or whatever, the other guy, the partner, he was kind of, like, really, like, insecure, super awkward on camera. And he's getting, by the way, the swole nerd is getting so much hate online, man.
Really?
Like, you know how trolls are? Like,
Yeah.
he's getting so much, dude.
Wow.
Like, every video, because he has his own channel now.
Yeah.
That's not doing that well.
Oh, yeah, of course.
His channel, like, every video so far has, like, you know, his supporters, like, 500 to 1,000 likes. And then he's got at least 2,000 to 3,000 dislikes. You know? But people are like, really hurt. Man, I don't know. It's starting to feel bad now. But I get what it's like, man. You have to, like, he must have been insecure. He must have been doing nothing, and you got to cut him off. Sorry, we went off on a huge tangent, but I just remember cutting a couple of guys off like that. Or they either don't pull their own weight, or they're insecure and they kind of backfire. I don't know what it is. Like, you know, have you ever helped somebody that kind of hurts you back? Never.
Not that I know. Nothing I can think of.
Okay, that's happened to me a lot. Like that's happened to me even in the art world too. Like I had an artist friend in Southwestern College.
Yeah.
And then he was socially inept, and I was just starting to come out of my shell. And then I said, "Hey, you should come out of your shell too." And I wasn't trying too hard to push him, but I remember even like at a school dance. It was a school dance, right? We had bachata class. You know what that is?
No.
It's like salsa class.
Oh, okay.
So we had that class, and we were trying to... we were both in this class, and it was the final, so it's essentially just like a dance.
Yeah.
And I was trying to get him to ask like some of the girls that he was really afraid of.
Oh, that's me.
And I somehow would talk him into it, and I was almost coaching him through it. It was funny.
Yeah.
And then he did, and it went great. And then I don't know what happened. Like a couple days later, he just, I don't know what it is. Like,
what do you do?
I don't remember. He tried to kick me out of the group club that we're in.
What the heck?
You know?
Why?
I don't remember how it was connected, but I've also heard that advice in business. If you try to help somebody when they don't want to be helped, they lash out at you, like, directly. And that's happened to me a few times. Like, I really learned that very quickly. That's why I almost don't try to help some people. Like, at least too actively. Like, when Karina, I don't try to push her too hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, people just lash out at you, and I don't know why that is. That's like a phenomenon or something. But I've run into that a ton, dude. And, you know, artists in general, like, they tend to be, like, in their head.
Yeah.
They're in their head more, right? So they're more insecure.
Yeah.
Like, some of the coolest artists have been, like, the shitty artists. I started making a graph. Like, some of the more outgoing, cool guys have been, like, the worst artists. Like, not always, right? Like, I told you the guy, like, I forget what his name was. he was my teacher, and he was one of the concept artists on Avengers.
Mm.
That guy's awesome. He's ripped too. Like I was like, and he's 40. I thought he was like 33 or something.
Oh wow, really?
And he's 40. I was like, what? That was great.
Huh.
And you know, he's married and all that. And then that guy's a great artist, and he's great. He's got everything. You know?
Yeah.
So, but I meant like generally, at least I've run into them. They tend to be like, you know, not super
like,
social because they have to stay in somewhere.
Oh yeah. So they're like socially awkward. They don't know how to interact. Yeah.
That must have been your experience. Right?
No.
Really? We're talking about all the artists you've met have been like cool guys, or what?
Yeah.
What are we talking about? We're living on different planets here. What about Joanna? She's weird. No, I'm kidding.
No,
I'm joking. We're gonna pick on her for no reason. I'll have her here one day. I really want to do that.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was a huge ramble on a side story.
So
I feel bad about that channel going away. So, how do you make money from art? And then would you recommend somebody do it? Because we've made money in art, you know, maybe not a ton of it, but we did okay. I've seen a bunch of people do okay.
Yeah.
Actually, who do we know that makes a ton of money on art? Do you know anybody?
Eddie?
I was going to say that too.
Yeah.
I don't know if he makes money on art, though. Does he?
I would think so.
How would he make money on art? Like, other than commissions. Actually, doesn't he really do commissions?
I don't know. I don't
think
know.
I've ever really seen him. I don't think I've seen him do a commission in years.
I've seen him do a lot of galleries. And that's one way you can.
What galleries?
Huh?
You talking about like art galleries? Those
Yeah.
True, but he doesn't do them right now at all.
No?
Right? I don't think so.
Hmm.
Was he in the last one? Was he in the Miyazaki art show? He
No,
should
I don't
have
think so. Did he even know about it? Does he even
do those shows anymore, I don't think.
Does he even do Thumbprint?
I don't think he does Thumbprint anymore. He used to.
Oh.
He has a regular job. I know he has a regular, typical job that you can get. I think he designs T-shirts, I believe. He still does that same job, because he used to work with my friend Diego.
Yeah.
And Diego still does that with someone else. Sorry, what is your answer, though? I mean, what would you go about? Like, somebody says, hey, I want to make money on art. What would you...
Well, first you have to have a really good style, and something that people would be really into, I would think.
Okay, here's a side thing. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to break in. Did you see Frank Miller's new art?
Frank Miller's new art?
Yeah, that new art he just came out with.
Wait, was it with Batman?
No, Superman. And they show like his bulge or something. Like you see his thing in his
really?
pants.
No.
You didn't see that?
I don't think
I'm
so.
gonna put it up on the screen. Okay, just keep talking and I'll show it to you.
Oh, some like how
Right.
they use like some actual art or whatever, and they change it to the Mad.
You see that?
Oh wow! What the?
You didn't see that?
That
was all over the internet yesterday. I'm surprised you didn't see that.
No, I haven't seen it. Wow.
Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's your thing. Would you like it? Or?
No, I don't.
I don't know if it's the coloring that's terrible or something. It's just something really bad about that.
It looks like a cross between bone and something else.
I'm thinking, I don't know. I think it's the color that really kills it for me.
Probably.
There's just something really... There's also something just creepy about it.
His pants are really wrinkly.
I mean, his shoes are out of perspective. This looks like a little kid drew it. Look at the way his perspective of his shoe... I don't know, just everything is like... I know he's like the old great, right?
Yeah.
By the way, I'm going to say this. I've never been a fan of his artwork. Like, I like Sin City.
Yeah.
I like that stylized stuff, but I've never been a huge fan of like just his straight up line art. Like I just thought it was crappy, you know. I was like, it was alright. I always thought he was a great storyteller, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, up until the last 10 years, everybody complains about him.
Yeah.
Don't people complain about him hating women or something? I don't know.
I haven't seen that part.
I heard a lot of his stories are very not friendly to chicks, but I haven't really. I can't really say either way, to be honest. I hate that photo, by the way. I hate that drawing. I hate that drawing.
With passion?
So much.
With passion?
When I saw that, I was like, oh my god, this is god awful. Like, to me, it's just god awful.
Just want to burn it in a fire, don't you?
Yeah, kinda. It just looks terrible. Is this because he has cancer?
What? No, I don't think so.
But you've seen...
He has cancer?
Well, I don't know if he has cancer. But I'm saying, like, remember they showed a picture of him from 5 years ago? He looks kind of, like, robust and healthy. Like, he's this healthy older guy. And then, like... They just showed him at Comic-Con, like, for the release of Sin City 2. And now he's got, like, he's hairless, completely his face. And, like, he looks all frail. It looks like he's clearly gotten chemotherapy. You know, there's never been anything official, though.
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe he just got really old really fast. It's only been, like, a 5-year gap, though. It was crazy.
Are you going to put 2 photos with you?
I am going to put 2 photos on here. If I find them, I'm going to put 2 photos up. Right here. They'll be up. Okay, sorry. Money. Tell me about money.
Oh, okay.
Because this is a different kind of art. Right?
Yeah.
like my buddy wants to go into art galleries, right? I
Yeah.
don't know nothing about art galleries at all. Like, I guess you just go there and you talk to them, or you have a representative, right? For art
Probably.
galleries, like straight up big ones, like in La Jolla.
Yeah, someone that can promote your art.
Right. And I guess you have to spend like months on each piece. It's totally different.
Oh.
Because I mean, even like a week kills me, you know.
Yeah.
Like a month, I don't know what the. Ugh. I can't imagine that. Like, I'll see a friend's stuff, and it'll be like a hand, and then like part of a face, and they'll say like only 2 more months on this. I'm like, ugh, God, that's so terrible. Anyways, but gallery. But I guess we're talking about anyone who wants to do like graphic design, because that's would be the closest thing, right?
Yeah.
T-shirt design.
T-shirt design.
Would you opt onto a company right now if you could? Would you just like
Yeah.
drop everything? And then,
Yeah.
Interesting.
I tried getting into Disney, but then I freaking time. And then I forgot my pass for Comic-Con.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and then I had to go all the way back, and then by the time I came back, they were already closed up. So upstairs, almost by registration,
Mhm.
or actually right next to registration, actually, they have people from different companies like
Right.
Nickelodeon, Disney, Cartoon Network. They'll come by and they'll look at your portfolio,
Right.
and they'll see if you need. They'll like comment on it, and see what you need to be, what needs to be done, or if they like you, they'll probably bring you in.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I think you just need more.
probably. I haven't even though like.
That'd be like my number one advice: get more of it.
More of it.
Yeah.
Well, like I haven't even like wasn't even able to like get in yet because
Like, really awesome career advice, right?
Well,
I don't
at
think you
least
have a
that,
big
yeah.
enough portfolio to get into Disney. You know, you need like pages and pages of shit, don't you?
probably I don't know.
Or, like,
I just
really
or at least
complicated
I would have
shit.
at least like some feedback.
Feedback would be great.
Yeah.
I think there's only 2 things I would say: more of it, and fix your perspective on buildings. That's like the biggest weakness I've ever seen in you, actually.
Yeah.
Is your perspective, especially when you're drawing that mech. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like, just get this damn. It's not even hard, man. It's like very. Do that mech, dude.
Okay. All right. Everyone wants me to do the mech. It's
Do the
like
mech.
it's not even that.
Because it's so
great.
different. It'll add
Really?
some variety. Like, I'm trying to draw these girls, right? It's like
Yeah.
super freaking hard for me to do that, and I'm still doing them. And are you on my Instagram or not? You're not on Instagram. Huh?
No.
Well, go to my Instagram, because Instagram is my most recent art. Would be on Instagram,
Okay.
and I have to figure out. I mean, like I said, every couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Right now, it's like every month. I'll go on there, get a lot of Instagram stuff. Like, I'll copy and paste it right from Instagram,
Yeah.
and then I'll put it on DeviantArt. I'll just dump it there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But for the most part, the first new stuff that I do is on Instagram, which it just worked out that way. I don't know why it's worked out that way. But yeah, you said promote yourself.
Promote yourself. What I've been doing, or actually we've both been doing, was joining like what you call it, those art walks.
Yeah,
Making money from that.
I think we live like in a really good city, though, right? I don't think anybody in the middle of Georgia, or I don't know. What do you think? Like, because I feel like there's an art show always somewhere. Here,
Always.
we could join.
Yeah.
There's an art show somewhere, and then there we can either promote it and or just sell it.
Yeah.
You know, usually it's promoting though. I
Yeah.
think I don't know. Do you go to an art show ready to buy shit? I don't. Like
No.
no. Why? You would go.
It is-
Have
yeah.
you bought anything? Have you bought art in a while? You did
think
art
so.
trades. That doesn't count. Like,
I think I never bought one.
what'd you buy? At Comic-Con, right? That was a while ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I haven't bought anything like at an art show. Maybe if I wasn't an artist though, and I was as an art aficionado.
Yeah. There was one though. When we actually go to the Miyazaki place, I actually wanted to buy, but I don't know.
Is bought already? You think?
I don't know.
Why don't you do an
Maybe.
art trade? Hey.
No, it's actually like really good.
This is a giant thing. Are you
Yeah, I
talking
think
about the
it's
one
a
where they painted an old painting?
No, not that one.
That's an awesome one.
Even though I would like to buy that one too, but
Yeah, that was awesome, man.
yeah, I wouldn't know where to put it.
Right. Do we get anywhere? We'll find us in the street for, and we'll do the next one. You know, I know we just did it. We just did one in Bluefoot. That came out kind of not so great.
Yeah.
But there's bar art shows here. There's like just not even
Street
I guess
art street shows.
There's street art shows.
Yeah, street art shows.
There's always like street fairs. It's not even summer anymore. There's stuff on street fairs. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So I mean, those are cool. Sometimes you have to pay this obscene price, which we're not willing to pay. We're not gonna
Yeah.
pay $200. Even if we split that, it's not.
Wasn't
gonna
there
be...
one that was 500?
Yeah, where?
I don't know. No. Wait,
Well,
was
there was Art Walk.
Oceanside?
Maybe there was Art Walk though. I know that was like 400, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Wasn't it?
I think so.
It's just getting organized and having time. I want to do conventions at some point. I just haven't had even time to look it up. You know, I'm
Yeah.
thinking about this. I'm thinking. I think we gotta do more of them. Like I said, I haven't had as much time either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you got work, but I think you're always down. I just need
Yeah.
to figure out when the hell they are. You know what I mean? There's always every time something comes up, and it's like, I missed that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like right now, we should be looking. Like we'll do that after this.
There was that one art thing we never went into, the Hillcrest one.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we should do that. You're right. Wait, hold on.
What?
When is that? Not tomorrow.
It's going on, I think.
Is it right now?
I don't know.
Is it Wednesdays?
I
Well,
don't
they
know.
have like a new like art bazaar thing. The only reason I want to do that is because it's starting, and when stuff starts, like it sucks, you know.
Yeah.
But it'll get going. We will do that.
Yeah.
I can almost guarantee we will do that. They also wanted us as sometimes I just don't have enough artwork. You know, there's some cafes I could put my stuff in. I just haven't really
Put them out there.
Yeah, because they want like actual paintings sometimes instead
Yeah.
of digital art.
Yeah.
So I have to kind of like go and do that. And actual painting is like so time consuming. So we're muddling this up. Get a website.
Yeah.
Promote your art.
Join galleries.
I would give you like some advice that I think
Street fairs.
like forget other artists. I would say that like
Forget other artists. What do you mean?
I would say like stop teaming up with other artists. Like I feel like when people trade cards, they trade it to other artists.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You trade your card and it's like this guy's never gonna work. Why this guy's never gonna need me?
Yeah.
He's an artist too.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm starting to like avoid people. Like when you go on LinkedIn, like I'm not connecting with artists anymore. Because I'm like, what's the point? This is just like we're doing this for fun.
Yeah.
I guess it's because you know this guy's not going to reject you online. You know, it's just like, hey, it's another artist. I don't know. I just feel like it's a total waste of time. So I'm kind of getting iffy about getting cards anymore unless I really like that guy's art. And the only thing I'm going to do is admire his art. And I'll never really buy it. Maybe I'll buy a print like once every like 2 years.
Alright.
But that's about it. Yeah, just keep promoting is what we're gonna say.
Networking also.
Networking, yeah, networking. But like I was gonna say, don't network with artists. But
Don't network with other artists, but like marketers or whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You can definitely network with that. I know. I told you I get stuff from DeviantArt a lot. I used to get a bunch of that. Just start putting your stuff. Definitely put it online somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Put a watermark. Well, not over it because it looks so damn ugly. When you put a watermark over the image, it looks so bad. You can barely see the image anymore. Even like really big guys don't do that. So there's got to be just put it on the bottom right hand corner
somewhere.
Yeah, just to they you know. Yeah, they could cut it out, but whatever. Like, it doesn't matter. Like if giant illustrators don't do that, why the hell would I do that?
Yeah.
You know? Like I don't know. That's what I think.
Because you got big giant lawyers.
Maybe. I'm sure there's guys that are medium, you know, that are not. They don't have the lawyers. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's about it. Just kind of, it's almost like growing a tree or something, or a plant.
Yeah, you gotta water.
You have to keep working at it. Yeah, you have to keep working at it and keep working at it. And I know a lot of guys live off it barely though. You know? The YouTube channel, like I said, to me has been my awesomest thing ever. You know what I mean? And it's weird too. I told you that one friend, he got his YouTube account hacked.
Yeah.
And he still doesn't have it back. Actually, it's been like a
Really?
month. Yeah, he still doesn't have it back. I talked to him today. His name is Will Tyrell.
Huh.
Yeah, his YouTube. If you look at it right now, it's still up though.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if anybody's messing with it or what. It looks about the same.
Huh.
His name's Will Tyrell. He has like 100,000 followers right now. He has
Oh.
a lot, and he lost his account. And he still doesn't get it back. There's somebody helping him at Google or something like that's
Get it
trying to
back?
help him out. Yeah, trying to help him get it back. I don't understand why they can't just go in there and like forcibly take it back if he shows maybe ID or I don't know how you would do that.
Yeah.
That's horrifying. If that happened to me, that'd be the worst thing ever because I hung everything on that. You know.
Yeah.
He doesn't. I think he has a regular job also.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think he has as many videos as me either. Actually, I put up a lot of videos and I see that contrast. Some guys don't have that many videos, but they have a huge amount of hits.
Yeah.
And then some people have a ton of videos, and they have about the same amount of hits, but they're spread out over a lot of videos.
Yeah.
So yeah, let me. Oh, in terms of whether you should go into it as a career, I always tell kids no.
Yeah.
Why? You tell people yes?
No.
I would say no. I always say no unless you live in LA. If you live in LA, go into art.
Yeah.
Because there's so
that's
many
true.
outlets for it.
Yeah.
You know?
LA is all for artists and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you're in San Diego and it's only 2 hours from LA, I would say no, just because my friends barely get through it.
Would you say even San Francisco?
Yeah, that's another big art hub, right?
Yeah.
I don't live there, so I don't know what it's like to live there and work there.
Huh.
But I guess technically you can do it anywhere if you're efficient enough, I don't know, man. Like, I guess you can do any job online now.
Yeah.
But I still find it really, really hard because half the job's looking for the job.
Yeah.
So then you have to know about marketing, because my friends that don't know about marketing are really fucked.
Oh.
Sorry, wow, that was a bad word. My friends that really don't know about it, they're totally screwed.
Oh.
So like, you can't just learn to be a good artist. You have to actually learn about marketing if you want to work in it. You know, unless you're gonna go right into a company and not think.
Yeah.
But even then, that company could go down, and you're living like a gypsy. You're going from company to company to company. So. Yeah, it's really complicated. I always tell people don't go into it unless it's like your passion.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing you're good at. You know what I mean? And I don't mean that like in a bad way. I just mean you put so much work into that. That's all you're really good at. Really,
yeah.
Like that's the best thing. That's like your main thing. Then yeah, you should. You know, I don't know, man. Like if it's your thing, go into it. If you're gonna do it no matter what, and it's like your dream and stuff like that, do it, because it's easier doing this than than being a movie star for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because those guys really feel bad for
You
it.
could probably also incorporate your art in the comic biz, maybe.
Yeah, they don't make anything though, do they? Unless
Do
you're
they?
Alex Ross, right? I'm pretty sure those guys make nothing, right?
Really?
I remember that was my.
Don't they get royalties from the comics they sell?
I'm sure there's some kind of contractual thing that snubs that entirely. Watch, keep the microphone on your lap. I'm sure there's some kind of contractual agreement that kills that. I remember there was one year at Comic-Con, my goal was to ask every single artist how much they make, because I was really thinking about it.
Yeah.
And I asked just random ones, just totally random, you know. But there was guys that were on Top Cow and stuff, right? And
yeah.
They were saying like no, there's no money.
Really?
He just does because you love it. You make just enough, like. But I know there's guys that make a lot.
Yeah.
I can't think of a lot, but
they could probably also incorporate the art from with
they switch
video
those guys
games
out
and
too,
stuff,
right?
huh?
Well, video game they do make money.
Yeah.
But they switch. But everyone wants to do games, so it's really hard to get in right now.
Yeah.
Especially now that things are really changing.
There's that one artist, I think, he did Diablo. It was like an art.
Joe Mad?
No.
Did Joe Mad do concept art for something?
I don't know. He's making his own game. I know that.
I know he did concept art for some studio. He did concept art for a while. I don't remember.
He did
what game though.
Darksiders.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah, that one. Wait. Yeah, that's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Diablo. What? That guy was a comic artist before?
No, he did it like for what you call it, art contest, I guess, that they had.
Yeah, there was okay. I've seen, but wasn't that on DeviantArt?
Was it?
Yeah, wasn't it a giant art contest?
I think so. Yeah.
It might be that one. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I think he got. I don't know if he got hired in or not.
Yeah, I guess I always say no because I feel like there's no direct line into a job.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because there's so many variables about it that could go wrong. Like, what if you follow everything perfectly, but then you suck? You know, then you're like not a great artist. Or you have massive holes in your game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that like for something that you want, then I feel like that would ruin everything. You know what I mean?
Mm.
There's I told you this, and I think I've rambled about this too. There's guys that are terrible artists, but they're good marketers.
Yeah.
And you said do you not know anybody personally like that?
No.
The prince that I showed you, that
Yeah.
guy, he hits conventions. That guy's a horrible artist, and I think he just makes it because he markets himself so hard, like so hard. But if he was good, I think he'd be
at the top.
Not the top. I think if he was like really good, like even just normal.
How does he market himself?
I think through social media, which is like again learning keywords. That's in the marketing field. Learn SEO.
Oh.
Learn SEO. Get big guys to share you. Do art. Do a lot of fan art. I'm starting to do fan art.
Yeah, I've been doing fan art too.
Yeah, I'm starting.
Be a sellout, guys.
Yeah, be a sellout. Yeah, fan art works. I told you. Who is it? Was it? I think it was. Dude, his name is on the tip of my brain. What is his name? He's a big concept artist right now, big time. I can't remember. I'll write it on the screen if I remember it. But that guy said he got into concept art because he did fan art of Super Smash Brothers. And was it Super Smash Brothers? I don't remember what it was actually. I thought it was Smash Brothers. He basically did fan art, and then it got featured on I think a 9gauge.
Oh,
is
yeah?
it 9gauge?
Yeah.
IO9?
No, I think it's 9.
9gauge.
Yeah.
One of those, right? One of those sites. And it got featured there, and they straight up called him, like, straight out the bat. And he said, hey, I like this a lot. You did this? how'd you do this? Okay, and they hired him.
Oh, wow.
There. So they called him.
Oh.
I guess it was that good, you know?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's nuts.
Yeah. I don't think that's normal though. So I just tell, I always tell people like who just kind of like it. They're like, hey, this would be cool to start. Like, I'll start drawing and become a comic artist. That I always tell people, no, not at all. You know, there's no straight line into it. Anyways, that was a depressing answer. Do you have any other, idea? You have any other advice on that? Like, do you tell little kids like, don't draw? Like,
no, I don't do that. What the heck? I always tell them to draw. Just keep drawing, work on your style and stuff like that.
Work on your style. What does that mean? That's so vague.
Because everyone has a style.
But don't you think there's more marketable styles than others?
Maybe.
I would say absolutely. Right? Like, if you're like Jack Kirby right now, you're probably not gonna get a lot of work. Right?
There's a people who like do the same styles of other people, and they get like what you call
I
it,
think
noticed
they're hyped because of that.
Really?
Like, okay, I've heard this about Craig Mullins, and I've heard this about have I heard this about Alex Ross? I don't know.
Huh.
I think I heard this about Alex Ross, where obviously know who Alex Ross is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you know there's a lot of rip-offs of him?
Oh, really?
Maybe not so much now, more like 10 years ago. There's a bunch doing that painted style.
Yeah.
I remember seeing a few covers of comics, and I was like, is that his? But there's something whack about it. Like, there's something off. And they'll hire guys like that because they're rip-offs. Because they couldn't afford Alex Ross.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Oh.
They couldn't afford him, but hey, this guy's similar, and we'll hire this guy. So there's definitely markets in that, for sure.
Yeah.
Because they did it with Craig Mullins, who's also a huge concept artist. He's really expensive. And they would just get a guy who rips him off, same
Just
thing.
do that.
That you could do that, guys. Be rip off.
Rip off
we all
artist.
kind of draw like somebody, though, right?
Yeah.
I can only think of like 10 different styles. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying? Like they're all like if you look at comics right now, they're all pretty
similar.
Yeah, not all of them, but like you could look at like 80% of it and be like, that's similar strokes.
Well, okay. I know everyone's trying to give me flack about it.
What?
Rick and Morty is pretty bad style.
Yeah.
But
it's fluid.
It's really good.
It's made for animation though, right?
Yeah.
'Cause they're made to be super fluid and probably cheap.
But I still probably would not buy an art piece of it.
Yeah, me neither. The only ones I'd ever buy of those were like maybe super shaded. Like they take the exact designs and they shade over them really nicely.
Yeah.
Like kind of, I'm thinking of the Adventure Time stuff where they shade over really nice. And but they got actually richer colors than Rick and Morty. Did you see the Rick and Morty, the one that's like they ripped off Back to the Future?
Yeah.
Or not ripped it off, but I guess they're based on.
They're based off of it. Yeah.
They are based on it. That was pretty.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Here's another side note. Did you see the Back to the Future thing? The that commercial they did because it's gonna be the anniversary soon, or because like I think it's a month or this month is it where Marty went to the future. They have so many fake ones. This is the
yeah.
But the real one's coming up.
Oh,
the real one's coming up this month, I think. I think it's October or November.
Really?
Yeah, the real one. And they're gonna release a DVD for it or something.
Oh.
Because of that, and and then they have a 30-second commercial with Doc, and he looks bad. Christopher Lloyd looks really. But I just saw him like a couple of years ago. He didn't look that bad.
Really?
He was really bad.
Oh wow.
Like really bad. He could barely speak. It looked terrible. But yeah, look, check that out. It looks kind of. I mean, the DVD. I'll buy it. If it's a Blu-ray, I'll buy it immediately.
Yeah.
So. We'll wrap it up, and the very end, I do want to do a book recommendation. I should have told you this earlier, but do you have any books that you want to recommend?
Oh,
because I do like that. I like putting that in, to be honest. And you can just say it, and I can have put on the screen.
Shoot, I don't remember though.
There's none that come to the top of your brain or anything. I mean, we mentioned a couple of books.
Yeah, we already mentioned some books. I probably would have recommended.
Which one?
The animal one. I forgot the name of it.
Oh yeah. Well, okay, it's a Weatherly Guide to Drawing Animals or something. I'll put that on the screen. That's a great book.
Well, what about that one? There was that one, figure drawing one.
I know what you're talking about, and I'll put it in there.
Okay.
I don't know what it was called.
I forgot what it was called too, but that's
great.
a really good one too.
That's a really good one for basic figure drawing.
A lot
that's
of
maybe
my friends
the
are
best
using
book
that.
I've seen, to be honest, for basic figure drawing.
Yeah.
And I used to always recommend Andrew Loomis, and I like him a lot, but this is, I think it takes... Because I could tell, from reading that book, you can tell he learned from that, I think. And, because, Alex Ross learned from Andrew Loomis. Did you know that or not?
Yeah, I knew that.
Okay. No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Anyways, so yeah. You can tell, too.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, that's a good book too. That's pretty much our recommendation, and it's been going too long, so we've been going too long. So we're gonna end it. We're gonna close it out, and then we'll try to get back. Like, I don't know, do another one in 3 weeks, maybe something like that. You have anything else to say, like parting wise, or anything significant? Any news coming up or nothing?
Nah, nothing. Just draw every day and